Honestly, I'm just excited this month. If ever there was a TBR that is going to get read, this is the one. Because I failed so horribly last time, I decided that maybe TBRs weren't for me. But this month is shaping up to be books that I feel very, very strongly that I'm going to read. The first book that I'm reading, and I am very certain that I'm going to finish it because I'm a good chunk of the way through, is The Martian by Andy Weir. In this book, we are following Mark Watney, an astronaut, a botanist, and he is one of the first people to walk on Mars. There is a storm that hits. He gets injured. The entire crew thinks that he is dead. They leave Mars, so he's left with no way to contact Earth. He is all alone, way out there, trying to survive. This is also a movie. I watched the movie first, but don't remember how it ended. So far, so good. I will let you know how I like this when I'm all done. I am also reading Project Hail Mary. I just got this in from the library yesterday. It has great reviews. So this man, Ryland George, is on a mission to save humanity. He wakes up, he doesn't even know his own name. He's sitting next to two corpses. His memory starts to come back and he begins to realize the mission that he is on. Judging by what I've read of The Martian, it's going to be, I think, a pretty fast-paced, probably humorous attempt to save humanity, survive, and whatnot. It should be really good. I'm excited for this. I'm also very excited for the read-along over with MJ at Reading This Life. MJ has a Discord channel so everybody can chat and whatnot. I haven't joined that, but I will do very soon, and I have seen a lot of people on Booktube reading this right now. Now is the time to read it. You can go jump on the Discord, join in the conversation, which I think will be very fun. The next book, 11/22/63 by Stephen King, and it is a book about time travel. Now, I know a lot of people have trouble with time travel because it can be very sloppily done and there can be quite a lot of holes that you can poke in the whole idea of the time travel. But for me, I love it. I just write a time travel book and I will seek it out and I will read it. So I think you can see by the cover that this is going to be about the JFK assassination. It's about a man named Jake Epping. He is a teacher in Maine. He finds a portal in, I believe, the back of someone's closet or something, one of his friends. This portal takes him back to 1963, prior to the JFK assassination. He has the ability to stop the assassination from happening. I don't know if he does it. I really don't know anything about it, and I'm excited about that because this is something that I just kind of want to watch unfold. I do know that he gets to know Lee Harvey Oswald, and it's Stephen King. It should be very fast-paced. I know that this isn't his traditional fare, yet that there are going to be some elements that are a little bit shocking, a little bit horrifying. Next up, I'm going to be reading House on the Strand by Daphne du Maurier. I've only read Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and I adored that book. And this one is about time travel. So I'm going to be doing this as a buddy read with Teacup the Storyteller. She's the one who brought this to my attention. I am so excited that she did. So, in this book, there is this potion. When you drink it, you are transported back in time to the 14th century. Apparently, if you touch anyone in the 14th century, you automatically get returned back to the present. So there are some rules involved with this time travel. It wears off pretty quickly, but the main person in this book becomes pretty addicted to going back and forth in time. He begins to be rather involved with the lives of the lords and the ladies in the 14th century, so much so that he begins to get a little bit bored with his present-day wife and stepsons, and he starts to fall for a lady in the 14th century. But when he attempts to intervene on her behalf, the results are, as the back of the book says, terrifying for the present. I think this is going to be really, really good. I loved Daphne du Maurier's writing in Rebecca, and I'm certain it's going to be more of the same. This book is one that I picked up at a little free library, and it sounds summery. Not in that it's light or uplifting or anything like that, but it is a road trip, and when I think of summer, I think of road trips. So I am going to read Between Two Kingdoms by Suleika Jaouad. It's a memoir. She had just graduated from college and she was diagnosed with leukemia. She spent a long period of time in the hospital undergoing her treatment. A lot of people wrote to her during this time. Once her ordeal was over, she found herself in this transition time and she didn't really know how to move forward. So she embarked on a 15,000-mile road trip. She went to visit people who had written to her while she was in the hospital. So these are cancer patients and death row inmates. Through learning their stories, she learned how to move forward and how to go through transitions in life. So, as I said, not necessarily your typical relaxing light summer read, but at the same time, road trip. It screams summer. And finally, to round this out, I am currently reading The Warden and the Wolf King, which is the fourth book, the final book in the Wingfeather Saga, which is a middle grade fantasy series that my boys and I have been reading together. It's about this family with 3 children. They are in this land filled with fantastical creatures. These children are going on an epic journey, and they are essentially coming of age and learning about themselves. So that is my list for now. I think I'm going to fly through most of these because I think they're going to be the sort of books that you can fly through and that you are compelled to just pick them up and keep on reading, which is the kind of books that I am excited to read right now.